we've got just the event for you. The Buena Vista Orchestra is bringing its celebrated sound down the street to City Winery, and here to share the story behind the music is Stephen Machat. Welcome in.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Well, he's such a gentleman.
Yeah,
now, for
right?
those who may not know the story behind Buena Vista Orchestra, tell us kind of what inspired it.
What inspired it is my endless quest to go around the world and to learn people. Why we do what we do. And like this book right here is part of that quest. I want to know what people, all the questions we ask ourselves. Who am I? Who are you? What's the difference between you and me? Why are we here, and where do we go from here? This is a book of my the 6 continents that I visited all over the world, producing music everywhere. And when I say produce, it's like I'm the guy that puts all the glue together, makes sure it works. It could be Ozzy Osbourne, it could be Genesis, it could be New Edition, Bobby Brown. I've worked with people in Franco Battiato in Italy, Leonard Cohen. I've been all over. And there was a thing, I never got to Cuba. And I ran for the US Senate against Marco Rubio. And our hatred of Cuba, I couldn't figure out. This is an island. And gentlemen who were very important in my life, one being Frank Sinatra, told me, you need to go to Cuba. You know, and my parents, I'm 73, so I'm like Peter Pan. I won't stop it. I could talk all day, but I go everywhere. I want to know who we are, what we are, and what are the myths and legends. So to specifically answer what you asked me, Cuba stood out. And I'm trying to find out the metaphysical example of what is Cuba. Well, it hit me. We live in a world, and we sit here, we're trying to figure out the history of mankind, when all we are is an energy that fell to Earth. And to do what? Well, we tried to figure out what you do when you get into a physical body. And what do? Well, you build a community and you make an order. And what's the most important part of the order? It's the noise that makes you do what you do. You're no different than a dolphin in the water, or a duck walking on Earth, or a bird in the air. There's noise, boom, 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 and you march. And you have all this different music. So Cuba, because I write a lot of history books, and this is one, and I write books about how I made all the artists, and I didn't make them alone. I'm a team player. I lived here in Nashville. And maybe my life would have been different when I lived here if you had a baseball club, a basketball club, a football club, or a hockey club. I'm a jock. I go running around the world. And I love life. And I'm honored to be back here. And I hadn't played Nashville with the Buena Vista Orchestra. And now I'm going to I wanted to bring it because you're one of my hometowns. I grew up here. You know, I worked with Charlie Daniels here. I worked with Bob Johnston here. I went to law school at Vanderbilt. And I was a public defender here. And Cuba represents, so it's 1492 when we all go to school, and Christopher Columbus came across the sea and did what? He didn't discover anything. He opened up a door so European energy could get here. And what did the European energy do that got here? And they brought their music, their legends, their myths. Well, they brought the Africans out of Africa. So it's the first time in mankind that the Africans and the Europeans gathered into Cuba. And when they got to Cuba, all of a sudden they find out there's people here, the Tintos, and they had other people. And what they did is they combined their music and the beauty of Cuban music. And the reason I'm doing this at this stage of my life, again, I'm like Peter Pan, and I'm traveling all over the world with them. And I have more, by the way. But it's the music that gave you R&B. It's the music that created country, where you sing the song music. It's the music that gave you cha-cha-cha. It's the music of South Soul. It's 3 continents coming together, and voila. And the whole thing is, what I did with the orchestra, you won't stop dancing. Because if you dance, you remember why you're here on Earth.
It's going to be a dance party, and it's already sold out tonight at City Winery. But for those who have tickets, or for those who want to go see them in another city before we let you go, besides dancing, what are we going to love about this evening? Well,
this evening, thank you for focusing me. I've got 4 brass, I got 3 percussions, I got a flute, I've got a violin, I've got the bass, I got the keyboards, and I have 2 singers. And what it is they all play off each other, and they're going to get you up, they're going to get you dancing. We have 38 more dates in the U.S. this year. I'm taking them to Tunisia, where I'm dying to go. And we're going to play Tunisia, we're going to play Marseille. You know, I'm taking them all over the world. And I started WOMAD with Peter Gabriel, And that's how I got to go around the world. And I'm so happy I'm able to be here in Nashville, present this band. And tomorrow we're taking them to the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we're going to play in Brevard, North Carolina.
It'll be quite a journey. It's amazing you sold out Nashville. It speaks volumes about what you can expect tonight. Thank you for coming in.
No, thank you for having me.
Us. Yeah, you can learn more about the orchestra by going to their website, thebuenavistaorchestra.com.